Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Mastery University. My name is Bart Nollenberger, and this is the Moments to Mastery. This is actually Series 3 for managers on how to become better and how to become great at what we do. So what I want to talk about today is change. Not change in our pockets, but change in our hearts and our minds and our souls. How do we change? How do we shift? And maybe even better yet, how do we get other people to change? You know, that's what leaders do, right? They influence. How do we get people to shift? How do we get that 8-car-a-month person to be motivated enough to start selling 15? But I'm going to give you a formula, but I would tell you something here. You have to first learn how to use this formula yourself before you can ever use it on anybody else. It becomes a weapon if you try to use it on others, but you haven't done it yourself. We want it to become a tool that will lift you up and lift your team up. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and we're going to rock and roll with this. What I'm going to give you is what's called the laws of transformation. And the reason we call them the laws of transformation is laws are governed by the universe. Laws like gravity or cause and effect. Obviously, you're not going to break the law of gravity, are you? And transformation means shift from the inside out so that we change for good and change forever. Now, here we go. The first one is number 1. Ask yourself this question. Who am I / where am I? And I want you to look at it, first of all, in terms of your business, in terms of you as a manager. Who are you as a manager? Who are you as a leader? Who are you, where are you in terms of as a coach, as a trainer, as a mentor? Now, a wise man once said to me that we are classic overraters. In other words, we rate ourselves higher maybe than we should. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I believe that's either one side or the other. People either beat themselves up or, maybe they give themselves too much credit. But it's really important here to be massively transparent and to really do a clean inventory so you really know where you are in terms of a manager at your business, in terms of a leader at your business, in terms of a coach. Also, rate yourself. Where are you in terms of character? Where are you in terms of enthusiasm? Where are you in terms of energy? Where are you in terms of passion for your business? Where are you in terms of helping people? Where are you in terms of a servant? I mean, there's over 100 things that you could really rate yourself on. Get really clear with this. The more thorough you get, the better it will be in the long run. Short-term pain will equal long-term gain. So if number 1 is where am I, number 2 is where do you want to be? Get really clear with where you want to be in every area of your life. Financially, career, in terms of your hobbies, family, in terms of your spiritual world, in terms of vacations. Get really clear. Create your world. You get that you and I are co-creators of our world, right? We are what we think about. If I think bad things are going to happen, hey, sorry, but bad things are probably going to happen. If I see victory, there's a chance that victory is going to happen. So be that. Be the creator of your world and see what you want it to look like. Put it in writing. Number 1 is where am I? Number 2, where do you want to be? What do you think number 3 is? Well, I'm sorry, you're wrong. It's not how, because if you knew how, you'd already be there. It's actually this. What are your obstacles? Think about those things that have gotten in your way in the past. Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe it's time management. Maybe you're just flat lazy. Maybe you don't have very good goals. Whatever it is, be clear with it. You don't have to own that. What I mean by that is you can say, I used to procrastinate yesterday, but that doesn't have to be who you are today. I used to have time management issues. I used to be lazy. You're aware of it. You don't have to own it, but be aware. If you're going from, I'm in Gilbert, Arizona, and I want to go to Scottsdale, I've got to know where I'm going for sure, right? But I also have to know where the obstacles are so I can go around them. You've got to be aware of those. There was a great book out years ago called Strengths Finders, and it talked about soar with your strengths and manage your weaknesses. We're not going to ignore our weaknesses, but we're going to manage them and be aware of them. So number 1 is where am I? Number 2, where do I want to be? Number 3, what are my obstacles? What do you think number 4 is? Well, number 4 gets a video of its own someday, and that is what's your why? your purpose, your reason for getting out of bed in the morning. I've got a whiteboard right next to me, and there's a big why with a circle around it, and it says right under there, when you know your why, it gets you out of bed in the morning. That creates discipline. When you feel like you have discipline, you feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, that creates energy. When you have energy, you take action. When you have action, you get results. Not all of them are going to be the results you want, but you just do it again, right? It's critical to have your why. My why, so you know, is to help people get from here to their max capacity. If I don't know my why, I can never do that. And my goal for you is that you get from here to your max capacity. One time I was at a seminar and I met this gentleman who was a pastor by the name of Louis Giglio. Louis is from Atlanta. He's actually been responsible for setting up organizations in Atlanta where 50,000 to 60,000 young people come to a conference to learn the Word of God. I mean, this guy's amazing. He travels all over the world. I asked him, Louis, how did you get so good? How did you become such a great speaker? And what he told me was this: stay. I said, man, what do you mean by that? He said, if you don't stay with what you're doing, you'll never know if you can reach your capacity. He brought up LeBron James. LeBron knew at a young age what he was going to be great at. He stayed, and because of that, he's hitting his capacity. Maybe he's already hit it, maybe he hasn't, but he would have never gotten there if he didn't stay. So ladies and gentlemen, stay. Leaders, stay. Teach your people to stay. If you do these 4 things for yourself, guess what you can do for your people? There's a great sales meeting here. Listen to this a couple times. Take some more notes on this. Call me if you have any more questions. Again, my email, bartn17@gmail.com. Phone number 480-327-8751. I'm Bart Nollenberger. This is Auto Mastery University, and you have just listened to the Moments to Mastery. We'll talk to you next time.